Hello, everybody. Hey, it's your girl, Lady Vasori, in the building. Let's turn the music down. I have this music playing just so I can calmly and effectively present this video to you about cutting off toxic family members. I mean, all of them. It's time to talk about that, y'all. Cutting off toxic family members. So, y'all, many of my clients are in betwixt what we call cutting off a lot of family members that are very toxic, are very trying to your peace, don't know how to stay within boundaries of anything that you say is a boundary for you. They push the envelope a lot. They're very low vibrational, possibly bipolar, schizophrenic type people, or energy vampires, that sort of thing. That is what I mean by toxic family members. And if you have one of those that is close to you, that's what we're talking about. Okay? Now, a lot of people, let me tell y'all, a lot of people do choose to stay in contact with their family members no matter how hard that is. A lot of people do. And this is perfectly understandable, but particularly when a parent is involved, this is where I am in my walk, where I'm not ready to completely cut the cord, but I'm definitely close to it. Very, very close. And it's been it feels like it's about to be a long time coming, you know? So that's where I am. And this is with my mom, per se. Yeah. It's with my mom. Very selfish, very low vibrational. You can't carry on you can't carry on a conversation with her to save your life. She's in her own conversation with herself. Every time you talk to her. So she is very low vibrational. She is very just selfish. Simple. So if you are emotionally abused by a toxic family member, I totally understand. I understand. I'm there. And I'm going to say emotionally abused because when you tell them to stop doing that shit, like stop, and they continue to do it because they just want to, and that's your boundary, and they still do it often enough, you're going to get tired of that shit real soon. Because I'm at the precipice of the cut. I really am. Right now, my flow is more talk to her when I do, and when she starts that nonsense to end the call or end the visit. But like that's now like 2 years in, and I'm getting tired of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting tired of that. So anybody that's close to me that comes to my page, y'all know I'm all about healing. I'm all about happiness and the harvest. Those are the only 3 things that I am strongly about at this point in my life. Nothing more, nothing less right now. So if you're not there to help me with any of those things, to capture the essence of those 3 things in my life, you most definitely won't be in my life. And it's just the truth. It's a hard truth, but it's the truth. And I wanna just be there for the people that don't understand that it's okay. I have to tell myself every time I talk to this lady or my mom, and I have to end the call that it's okay, it's not my fault. It's okay, Lady V, it's not your fault. And but I'm tired of walking on fucking eggshells. Like, I will always do like healing works for her. When that time comes and I cut her off completely, it's gonna be the, I'll let y'all know. But if I keep going down the same road with her over and over again, we just going down the same path each and every time. No different road, no different scenery, no different ending. I'm going to not want to go down that road because I already know what it is, and it's just common sense. I'm not insane. I'm not trying to change things, keep doing things the same way, expecting a different result. It is what it is. She is who she is. I am who I am. I'm going to allow what I'm going to allow, and I'm just like, I'm allowed out, you know? So we're going to talk about a couple of things that will show you it's time to cut off that toxic family member. So number 1, we're going to talk about it. When your family's treatment is severely impacting you, it's time to cut them off. It's time to cut them off. If your family's treatment of you is severely impacting your way of life, how your peace, your mood, your balance, if your toxic family continues to disrespect you, if they continue to ignore your boundaries, if they continue to gaslight you, you have the right to cut ties. You have the right to protect your peace. You hear me? Y'all have the right to protect your peace. And you can do this at any time. At any time in your life, you could do this. A lot of people do wait until they realize the full impact of them staying in these relationships. You're going to be at a point where you're going to have percentages. And you're going to, okay, I'm at this percent. I'm at 50%. Okay, bitch. I'm at 70%. I'm tired of her shit or his shit. I'm at 80% now. Oh, and you're going to hit that level because you're going to charge up spiritually. You're going to charge up spiritually. And you're going to hit that peak of, I won't do this anymore. I'm not going to allow this anymore. And you're going to be at that point where you're going to say, I wish them the best. I send prayers of healing. I'm blowing blessings to them. But I cannot do this anymore. Okay? And where I'm at 80%. I'm there. Okay? Number 2, when there is nothing positive to be gained from the relationship. This is a big one. When there is nothing positive to be gained from the relationship. Now, some people make the decision to stay in touch with their family because of some positive gain, positive reinforcement, positive growth. You tell them something good, happy that happened in your life. They're excited for you. They love you. They see you. Oh God, they just give you that automatic charge up of positivity. It's called emotional support. If you feel there is nothing positive in your relationship, then it might be time to think about cutting your ties. And that's number 2 for me. There's nothing positive each and every time I talk to said family member. I end the call with a negative vibe. When I went into the call, it was positive. When I left the call, negative all on me. So there's nothing positive with talking to her. Nothing. I can't talk to her about my marriage. She'll throw little jabs. I can't talk to her about girl stuff. It's always something wrong or something she used to do back in damn 19 baby. In 1930 something, you know? Like, I feel as though she's totally stuck in the matrix. Or I can't talk to her about my spiritual walk because that's witchcraft, and because it is. And she doesn't have a open enough mindset to even travel down that road with me. Like, I don't talk to people with short mindsets. I just don't. Why would I do that? So, I can't talk to her. She doesn't talk about her grandkids at all. She'll ask me, now my children, my boys will be 27. I have twins in December. And instead of my mom calling them, she would ask me questions, and I'm like, them your grandkids, what's going on? You call them and ask them, you know, stuff like that. I can't speak to her about things that I have growing in my life. When I say growing, uplifting things in my life, because if it's positive, she's going to say something that is going to happen in it. She's going to say something that will make me feel like, why am I doing this? Or she's going to say that she's done that and it didn't work out for her, things of that nature. So that is nothing positive at all. Nothing. Okay? So number 3, it says, when you become aware that you've been abused, the type of abuse which takes place within families is often very subtle. Sometimes you might have a brother that's extremely aggressive when he's crossed, or a father the same way that abused your mom or something like that. When you realize this, you are particularly, if you're gaslighted, when you confront your abuser, then that is another thing. Now with this situation here, the abuse part for me is the emotional part that she puts on us. It is totally to the point where my brother called me. One of my brothers called me, and he said that we was just having a conversation, y'all, and he said that his wife told him that she's not going back down there no more with him to see about my mom, because she used to ride down the road. They live about 20-30 minutes away from where my mom lives, and she decides that she's not going back down there. And I was like, well, why she say that? And he said because she thinks that mom puts all of her burdens on other people. Now, Lady V will go the hell off if you just sitting up there having a conversation about my mama negatively. But I had to think about that thing. If that thing wasn't true, if that thing didn't speak volumes to me, that is how we feel, me and my other siblings. Our mother puts all of her burdens, not some, not a few, all of her burdens onto us, or tries to. Okay? So that there is another reason why. That is a form of emotional abuse. So that is another reason why you should cut off a toxic family member. Another one would be when you realize the family is not a sacred institution. When you realize your family is not a sacred institution. This is another reason why cutting ties from these toxic people is a great thing to do. It's taboo, but baby, I'm here to talk about it. I'm here to talk about it. Your family, it should be seen as a safe haven. Where you go to church, that's a safe haven for your spirituality. How you walk, me, spiritually, that's my safe place for how I control my ori, how I move in this life, my energy field. And your family is supposed to be your safe place. They're supposed to be supportive. For me, she's not supportive. And I'm always relate everything, all these points back to my situation, because I'm already at number 4. She done hit 1, 2, and 3. We at 4, okay? We're talking about a safe haven. I don't have that. Example, I had major surgery last year. Major surgery, y'all. A lot of things happened to me. And if you've been following me for a while, I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. Out of surgery, home, hospital, all that 2 weeks. When I went home, I was up, could not move for probably 2-3 months. Okay? My mom lives an hour and 40-something minutes. Well, I done moved, so it was about an hour and 20-something minutes then. From where I'm living now, it's about an hour and 40 minutes. My mom never tried to get up here. She never came. She really didn't call. Probably once every other day. As I lay up in the hospital for 2 weeks, none of my family came. Now, I get my brother, that's my brother. Get my sister up, okay. But my mom, and this is the caveat. Some say, well, maybe she couldn't get up there because it's over an hour. My brother lived 20 minutes from her. She could have asked him. Hopefully he would have said yes. As if he would have said no, the problem would be with him, right? My son went down there because of my surgery. It was an emergency. He had to go back home. He went to the house and he said that my mom and my brother and his wife was there, and my mom laughing and grinning, talking about what you want to eat to my brother, instead of trying to get down there to check on me before I had major surgery. You know, stuff like that. So I felt like I didn't have a safe place. I didn't have a sacred institution of family. And also, if you have the type of family that goes to church every Sunday and preach and pray, oh, we family, try to do reunions and shit like that, and then when it's whole totally different, you don't talk to them on a daily basis at all, cut them off too. This thing where I'm from in the South, well, the South, the Carolinas, deep country, backwoods girl. When we were growing up, family was more tight-knit, and I get that. We're in 2024 now, and people are not like how they used to be with family. It's different, okay? And I understand that. Everybody grows. But what I don't understand is, like, why we doing all this? Why we acting like we just super family? I don't like them kind. I don't like them kind always going to church and turn around and be talking about you behind your back and shit because you walk a different walk. Bitch, shut the fuck up for I damn curse and cuss your soul out. You know? All right. So those kind, release them. Number 5. She done hit all of them. When you state your case and it's not heard. When you state your case and it's not heard, who has them? Okay. If you're dealing with a narcissistic type within the family and people who have acted in like an abusive way, these are the people we're talking about. These are the people we're talking about. Let me explain why she hits that category too. If you ever talk to her on the phone and you're saying something that she does not want to hear, she does not want to participate in, she feels like you're being disrespectful, she will talk the fuck over you. Like, no, literally. Talk over you. You're having a conversation. She asks a question. You try to respond. Or even if she makes a statement, you try to respond. And if you respond to something other than what she wants to hear, she will talk over you so she doesn't have to hear it. So I can never state my case unless I'm yelling. That's big for me, y'all. My brother called me the other day. He said, that shit makes me mad. I said, what, bro? He said, when I talked to her, he said he hung up on her because she was talking over him and she wouldn't let him get a word in. That's her MO. If anybody out there thinks that can't talk, girl. If anybody out there thinks that if you distance yourself from your family is easy, is wrong. It's wrong. But tell me this. If a friend acted that type of way, you'll cut that friend off, wouldn't you? If you're a woman like me, if your man acted that type of way and that's your boundary, would you cut them off? Cousin, sister, brother. So parentals should be the same way as well. If you choose to cut ties, you can expect to feel guilty. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. Because I feel guilty sometimes. And then she does it again. And I'll be like, why did I feel guilty? You know what I'm saying? Why do we feel guilty? Because we're human. For me, I feel guilty because that's my mom. And she brought me in this world. And I have kids myself. And I would never want them to do me that way. But then again, I look at it, I'm not her way. So they would have no reason. So just because she's my mom, I should allow her to treat me as such? Or should I choose me? I always preach, choose you. If y'all know me, y'all know I preach, choose you, right? So why am I having a hard time? Oh, because it's my mom. And there we go again. She birthed me in this world. But I wouldn't want my kids to treat me that way. But I don't act like my mom, so my kids have no reason to treat me that way. And it's not fair. You back to the circle. Y'all feel that circle? I always have to remind myself, I have been subjected to years of family communication that something is wrong with cutting off people that you just don't vibe with. Because it's taboo. It's taboo surrounded around cutting off your family. That's taboo from where I'm from, that you're not going to talk to your mama. Or you hear somebody say, this is it right here. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about for the people that have these issues with their toxic family. That's your mama. You only get one. And I know that. When people say that, and I'll be like, well, it's only one daughter like me too. So why should I feel the burden of her toxicity? No. No. Y'all, when you cut ties, you're going to grieve for the family that you lost. You're going to grieve for the family that you lost. You're going to feel guilty. But at the end of the day, do not forget who they are. Don't forget how many lessons that they done taught you. How many lessons that you've learned by going back to that shit. And they always doing, they ain't changed a little bit. They won't change a little bit. That with all that sadness, that grief, that guilt, I'm gonna tell y'all, it's gonna be accompanied by a sense of relief and peace. And you're gonna always know that life can be great with no longer being caught up in the spider's webs of a toxic fucking family member. That web is in their head. And then when they get into, it's all about energy. Think about that web. I can explain it like this, and that's how I feel with my mother. It's a web in her head. She's the spider. She's the black widow. And I'm a little insect, and I'm friendly, and her ending result is to eat me alive, suck all my energy, suck me dry. And I keep thinking she's a friend because she's an insect too, you know? I go to her, and if I'm not careful, she will consume me in her web, and I'm not going to be able to get out. I'm not doing that. Who has had enough, baby? I mean, or whatever percentage you are at, y'all, just know that you're going to be okay. You're going to keep starting over and over again until you get tired. That's with anything. But when you do get tired, you're going to say enough is enough. And you're going to complete this task of cutting that toxic ass energy. You're going to fucking delete numbers. You're going to remove yourself from the fucking picture. You're going to remove pictures of you and that person. Or maybe pictures are the only thing that is going to you're going to have memories of that person. But at the end of the day, you're going to get peace in your life. Because until they're at peace, they're going to upset your peace. And that's some real shit. That's the realest I can come with this particular situation, y'all. And I usually talk a little bit more in depth about things, but I'm kind of limited because it is my mom. I would never say anything that would put in the atmosphere, because I know a couple of people, I know a couple of creators that can call their moms bitches and hoes and out of their name. I'm not there. I could never do that. But she do get on my motherfucking nerves. And it do be on the tip of my tongue to say, bitch, get the fuck off my phone. But at the end of the day, I could never like say it to her to hurt her feelings, or say it on this social media platform, because that's not my heart. But I want peace though. I don't want to, every time I talk to you, be without peace. I don't want every time I talk to you to have a bad day after I fucking talk to your ass. Like, for real. Like, no. So, I'm a tried and true conjurer. I'm going to work on all my healing stuff. I already tried that. I don't know how many different works. And the last work is cutting it all off. And just like, stop. I've had enough, you know? So guys, if you relate, eat from the plate. Eat from the plate. Stick with me. I know, I understand. I understand. I vibe with it. Choose you. There's nothing better than self. There's nothing higher than self-preservation. There's nothing better than self-growth and self-reliability and self-awareness. And being a little selfish with yourself and with your energy. It's okay to do that. Y'all don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and support your girl channel. It's greatly appreciated. Y'all do not know how hard this message really is for me, because I know I have thousands of people watching me. But at the end of the day, I'm here for a reason. And I'm here for a reason of truth, healing, and making it just known that, baby, you are not the only one. And where your mama want mother, you got a mother in me. You got a mother in people that's around you that will always lift you up in spirit. Because that's what it's all about, energy. All right? I'm blowing blessings of abundance. Y'all have an amazing, amazing day. I'll be back with another video on another day. Bye.